Hello and welcome back to another Lord of the Rings live stream. Today we are finishing off the Black Rider's box, which is the first three quests in the Fellowship of the Rings. Hey, Beast, no. So let me get this straight. You know the sales for the revised versions of Lord of the Rings, right? No, I do not. There's been a lot of confusion on the Discord, and apparently I am not a very good communicator. But I do enjoy this game, and I hope the sales are very good. Oh my gosh, that spiraled out of control pretty quickly. Alrighty, so yeah, we're finishing up the Black Rider's box, and so this is halfway through the Fellowship of the Ring, right as Frodo's getting stabbed. I think actually when we're starting, this is right after he got stabbed, and so we're making our flight to the ford. Hopefully Glorfindel's gonna come in and save the day, or Arwen if you watch the movies. But I'm excited. I think that this quest is, I'm going to say this and it's going to come back and bite me, but I think that this quest is a little bit easier than the previous two. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Now that I say that, we'll never be able to beat this quest. So that's where we're at. We are going to probably do this and then dive into the Voice of Isengard. However, I'm looking at this and it is set up so that, like, playing campaign mode, you play with kind of the stuff that you've already learned. So I'm gonna have to figure that out on what we're gonna be playing next. But I think progression style dictates that we go to Voice of Isengard. So yeah, let's talk about the deck build a little bit. Actually, let's talk about the quest. So the quest is a lot of questing. So the first is 15, the second is 15 quest points. However, if there's a Nazgul enemy in play, this second quest gets plus 15, and so it's a 30 quester. And so the idea here is to get rid of all the Nazgul, which is pretty easy, or pretty nice and easy, because there's Ford of Brunnen, which is the one that floods, right, is the whenever it leaves play as an explored location, then we discard all the Nazgul that are engaged with all enemies that are engaged are discarded. And so the idea is to bring the Nazgul in, any of them that we cannot kill, then hopefully quest through taking out all the Nazgul, solving our problem. Yeah, sweet. One of the things that I forgot to do at the end of last stream is we did get to choose one of these boon cards for our campaign. I chose the Noble Hero that is going to be attached to Sam. So the Noble Hero is a permanent upgrade that states that you attach it to a hero, and the attached hero gets +1 willpower and the Noble trait. So now Sam is questing for 4. I attached it to Sam because now, since he's questing for 4, typically we are going to be engaging enemies with a higher threat cost than our current threat. Therefore, we get to ready Sam. So he basically is a free 4 quester, which comes in handy. Comes in a lot, very handy. We also have, for Sam, we have a Steward of Gondor or a Horn of Gondor. Sam is going to be getting the second one of these. There are 2 of them. The other 2 may be attached to this hero, and whatever we draw first will go onto Pippin, and then whatever goes second will go onto Sam. We've got a Dagger of Western Nis and a Hobbit Cloak. So Sam's going to be our main defender. We also may be attacking with him depending on how things shake up. But the first dagger is going to go over here on Merry, and then the Hobbit Cloak is going to go on Sam. So this is our original hero lineup. So we do get to start with that 20 threat. We don't have any new characters because this is what we started the campaign with. We have Sam, Pippin, and Merry, and then also Frodo over here. He's our required hero for the quest. So I'm really happy to get the original gang back together, and I just have a lot of fun playing through thematically with these hobbits. Pippin is looking at the Steward of Gondor or the Horn of Gondor, depending on whatever is drawn first, because the deck is pretty heavily lore based. And then we've got a Fast Hitch for Pippin. The first Fast Hitch will probably go on Pippin. For Merry, we've got a Dagger and a Fast Hitch. And for Frodo, we've got an Evil Wound. So the Evil Wound is... Oh, actually, I need a counter. So we have the Ring Bearer's life. It starts at 15. Whenever the Ring Bearer would take any damage, we reduce this to 0 instead. And then there's also going to be encounter cards and effects through the quest that has us reduce the attached hero's health. And if this ever reaches 0, we lose the game. We've got the One Ring for Frodo. We have got Mr. Underhill for Frodo. These all start on the table. Mr. Underhill prevents an attack. The One Ring allows us to kind of fish for the right encounter cards. We got a Hobbit Cloak and a Fast Hitch for Frodo as well, just in case. Just in case. The deck build, we've got a Faramir. So jumping the gun a little bit thematically, we've got Faramir coming in here because we are going to be running a pretty heavy ally deck, and so Faramir we can exhaust to give everybody +1 willpower. The other benefit to running Faramir is it's not a quest action to do this, right? So we can exhaust Faramir to choose a player. Each character that controlled by that player gains +1 willpower. The Witch King is making a reappearance, and nobody that has 1 willpower or less can defend against the Witch King. And so in a pinch, we can use Faramir in the combat phase to exhaust, to give an ally +1 willpower so that they can be defending against the Witch King. Ideally, if we're at that situation, we probably are not sitting, probably not doing very good in the quest anyways, and so he will be used to kind of flood that quest field and hopefully push through because we are on a timer here. So that's kind of the idea there. We've got 2 Gondorian Spearmen. We've got 2 core Gandalfs and 1 Underhill Gandalf. I hope the ideal here is to draw the core Gandalfs with, obviously we've got sneak attacks in here. Let me see if I can find those. The sneak attacks. Oops. And we have a feint. The sneak attacks for the core Gandalfs. These are either going to be dealing every single option, dealing damage, drawing cards, or reducing threat, is in play here for this quest. It is very much a tactical decision and what is needed at that time. Once we get the ball rolling, we won't need to draw cards, but if we can get a sneak attack Gandalf at the very beginning to draw 3 cards to kind of get our engine revving, we will be doing that. And then Gandalf is here because he doesn't commit to or he doesn't exhaust to commit to a quest, and therefore he can be a very powerful quester and as well as a defender for us. We got Bill the Pony, we've got Himamoth, we've got Gleowine, we got 2 copies of Bill, we've got 2 copies of Farmer Maggot, we've got 3 Snowborn Scouts. While characters with 1 or less willpower cannot defend against the Witch King, they can defend against other enemies, and we do have a good number of enemies in this deck. We've got 3 copies of the Miner of the Iron Hills. We got some nasty conditions, as well as in this burden deck we have I think 1 condition. Yeah, we have 1 condition. So those are in here to get rid of those. We got 2 Longbeard Elders. We've got the Hammer Stroke. So the Hammer Stroke is an encounter action to engage each enemy in play. The idea here is if we can draw into this and hold on to it until we're ready to push through that the ford, we can, as a encounter action, pull all of the enemies, engage everyone, and then push through the river, or push through the ford, discard them all. So we don't have to necessarily spend a lot of time or figure out how to defend against multiple attacks. If we can pull them and immediately quest through, then we're going to be looking pretty good. But there's only 1 copy in here. Usually with this deck, we can get rolling pretty quickly and we can draw a lot of cards. And so 1 card hopefully is good enough. We got 3 copies of Hobbit Sense. Enemies engaged with you do not attack this phase. You cannot declare attack. So this prevents anyone from getting attacked and does not affect the Witch King. But we can... It's a lot easier to defend against 1 Witch King than multiple enemies at the same time. We got 2 copies of Halfling Determination, which are probably going to be used to quest. Choose a Hobbit character, give them +2 to all their stats until the end of the phase. Use them to quest rather than use the attack or defense. However, we could use the defense in a pinch if we needed to. 2 copies of Feint to prevent some attacks. Take no notice, raise the engagement cost of some of those allies just in case the game goes on too long. We got 2 copies of Peace and Thought. Exhaust 2 heroes to draw 5 cards. This works really well because of the fast hitches, so we can draw those 5 cards and ready right back up. And then this just, drawing 10% of your deck is really, really good. And then we got 3 copies of Frodo's Intuition. So each hero you control gets +1 willpower, and then you draw a card for each Hobbit. So this right here, 5%, 10%, and then another like 12 or 14% of your deck. So you're looking at like 25% of your deck with 5 card draw, and then that's also 5%. So like there's a lot of card draw in this deck. Gandalf can help get it going as well, but it is a deck that picks up steam hopefully pretty quickly, but it can't. We can struggle in the early game, especially if we don't get any allies or any of those resource generators. So the idea, or the hopefully what we're going to be drawing into, is getting one of those Steward or Horn, ideally Steward, and dropping that on Pippin. And then, yeah, most of the cards, or the cost curve is pretty even, but there is a little bit more in that lore aspect. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited. I like this quest. Alrighty. So, we do have Gandalf's Delay starting out in the staging area. This says that we start. Each player draws one less card in their. Each player draws one less card in their starting hand. So we only get 5 cards to start as the game, which also affects our mulligan, which is a lot more detrimental than I was thinking. But we do, with the card draw that we have with Pippin and the lore stuff, we can get the cards that we need pretty quickly, hopefully. Alrighty. So let's see. We got Pursued by the Enemy. Set up, shuffle each burden card from the Flight of the Forward burden set into the burden deck. Attach an evil wound to the ring bearer. And set the Forward and the Witch King aside out of play. Add the Last Bridge and 1 Fell Rider to the staging area. And then set the ring bearer's life at 15. We're going to be using this nice little threat tracker for the ring bearer's life. The burden deck over here are different burdens. This burden deck interacts with the scenario. So we're gonna just set that right about here. Hopefully that's out of the way enough. So Frodo has been gravely injured in his attack on Weathertop and will perish if his companions cannot bring him to Rivendell in time. Strider leads the hobbits towards the hidden valley, anxiously listening for the sound of the Black Riders. 1B. The players cannot advance unless the last bridge is in the victory display. Forced. At the end of the round, reduce the ring bearer's life by 1. So we are on a timer here. The last bridge is immune to player card effects. X is the number of player in the game, so it's a 1 threat for us, and then it has 4 quest points. As a travel effect, the first player must reveal the top card of the burden deck and resolves that card as if it was just revealed from the encounter deck to travel here. Now, I think, yeah, every single one of these does have Surge, so it's the burden card plus another card, so it can be very detrimental. We are starting with one of these Fell Riders. They cannot have non-Morgul attachments. It's a 30 threat, 2/4/3/6. And while the Fell Rider is in the staging area, it gains force. At the beginning of the encounter phase, the first player must either reduce the ring bearer's life by 1 or engage the Fell Rider. We will probably engage this first Fell Rider during the first encounter phase, and then probably use a Mr. Underhill on it, depending on our starting hand. We've also got Flight to the Forward. You are playing campaign mode. After an enemy is declared an attacker, shuffle the top card of the burden deck into the encounter deck to cancel that attack. Any player may trigger this ability. That's something that I've been trying not to do because I don't like the burden cards. They're bad. Alrighty. And I guess we start. Beastno, I need to get back to my dang campaign. Destiny 2 has taken all your free time. Nice. How far did you get into the campaign? I assume you're talking about the Fellowship, or are you talking about Agmar? So our opening hand, we got Frodo's Intuition, Take No Notice, Faint, Farmer Maggot, and a Fast Hitch. Honestly, that's not a bad hand. That is not a bad hand whatsoever. Oh, that's pretty good because we got a Faint, so we can prevent the attack from the Fell Rider right there. We've got a Fast Hitch so that we can stand up, and probably with a Pippin here, right? We've got a Frodo's Intuition, so ideally in 3 turns we can be drawing 4 cards. So I am very tempted to keep this hand. We don't have our resource generators, but we do have 4 cards coming in 3 turns. The reason 3 turns is I want to always keep at least 1 resource here to cancel an encounter card, which also means that we may not be able to trigger that for a long time. We're gonna mulligan. We're gonna mulligan. I can't take the risk of not being able to trigger this in 3 turns with this hand. Beastno still on Escape from Mount Graham. Agmar, nice. I'm excited to get into Agmar. Everyone else is playing it. Would have been my last card. Hobbitsons. Okay. So let's see what we got. Now we're stuck with this hand, and if it's way worse, I blame Beastno. Alrighty. Oh my goodness. Come on, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. It's an old show right there. Okay, we got 2, 4, 5. Let's see what we got. Okay. Oh, we got Peace and Thought, which is really big. We got the Gondorian Spearman, the Halfling Determination, Faramir, and the Hammer Stroke. So this is great right here, right? Peace and Thought is sweet. Peace and Thought is great because that gets us so many options. We get to draw a card, which is a Snowborn Scout. We will pass out money. I'll take the blame. Yeah. Well, thank you for the new hand. I like the new hand. We're gonna okay, so Snowborn Scout, this is immune to player card effects. We could drop the Snowborn Scout just to have a protection against getting a Fell Rider or getting another enemy coming out. If we get another enemy coming out right now, okay, so if we get another enemy coming out right now, the worst thing that could happen is we could defend with 2 with Halfling Determination. Mr. Underhill, we actually, yeah, okay, we're good. Okay, so we're not going to play anything. Peace and Thought is a refresh action, so let's go ahead and start the encounter phase. We need to choose to either engage or reduce the Ring Bearer's life by 1. We will go ahead and engage. And then after you engage an enemy with engagement cost higher than our current threat, draw a card. So we get to draw a card into Build a Pony. Let's go. Also, Build a Pony is free if you control Sam. And I forgot about that in the last time I played Bill. So, alrighty. So let's go ahead and we're showing 1. Let's quest for 4. We're going to flip into a Stricken Dumb. When revealed, you must either shuffle the Cotard of the Burden deck into the encounter deck and reveal an additional encounter card, or raise each player's threat by 3 and immediately end the quest phase. Do not resolve the quest. We're going to raise our threat by 3. 1, 2, 3. And we get 1 more because of here. Yeah. I think we have to do that. So we're going to be at 24. Do we travel here this turn? I think we hold off on traveling there this turn because we do get another card and the burden. So I think we're going to hold off on traveling. we'll go ahead and Mr. Underhill. So Mr. Underhill states that add Mr. Underhill to the victory display and choose an enemy engaged with you until the end of the round. That enemy cannot attack you. So we've got that there. And then we will swing back with a 4/6 +1 here for 3 damage. Sweet. Okay, so we will stand up. Let's go ahead and use our 1 resource here, exhaust Pippin and Frodo to play Peace and Thought to draw 5 cards. So we got Barlow and Butterbeer, Frodo's Intuition, Snowborn Scout, 3, Faint, nice, 4, and Steward of Gondor. There it is. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Peace and Thought is a really good card. Peace and Thought is a really good card. At the end of the round, we have to decrease our Ring Bearer's life by 1. We have to increase our threat all the way up to 25. And then we will draw a card at the top of the round, which is a Gleowine. We'll pass out some money. And we've got some options now. Okay, so I think what we'll probably do is drop... Well, we'll play a Build a Pony, because he's free. I'm thinking we will use Sam to get Steward of Gondor onto Pippin. That allows us to get a Gleowine, or probably a Gleowine at this point, because we can also drop a Gondorian Spearman, which will be a defender for us. Okay, yeah, I like that. So we'll use the 2 leadership resources here to play a Steward of Gondor onto Pippin. We'll go ahead and immediately exhaust that for 2 resources. We'll spend 2 of those lore resources to play a Gleowine. We'll exhaust Gleowine to draw into another Faint. Sweet. Okay. We'll go ahead and spend 2 resources from Mary to play a Gondorian Spearman. Actually, you know what? We're gonna hang off on that. We're gonna hang off on that because I think I'd rather play the Faint than play the Spearman, because there are cards that will kill the allies with 1 less, and so with 1 or less. And so with that, we can play a Frodo's Intuition next turn to draw the cards. I don't want to do it this turn just in case this card is something that we really want to cancel. But we're swinging for 4. Actually, you know what? We will go ahead and spend the 2 for the Gondorian Spearman. We'll roll the dice a little bit, because now if we defend here, it deals a damage when he's declared as a defender. That puts him at 4. And then the 4... Wait. 4 or 5. We can go 4 or 5 here, which will be enough to kill. And that allows us to quest with Sam. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and quest with Sam for 4. We're showing 1. We're going to flip into attached to a Nazgul enemy in play. Counts as a mount attachment with the text limit 1 per enemy. Attached enemy gets -10 engagement cost and gains force. At the end of the refresh phase, return the attached enemy to the staging area. Okay, so we quested for 4. We are showing 1. That means we placed 3. We cannot progress unless we've actually put this into the staging, or into the victory display. I think we will travel next turn, because we can guarantee a kill here. Well, depending on the shadow effect. That would have been another reason to keep the Faint. But anyways, at some point you got to roll dice, right? Yeah. Okay. So encounter phase, we will defend with the Gondorian Spearman. Shadow effect. If this attack destroys the character, reduce the Ring Bearer's life by 1. Yikes. Okay, so that takes a round off the game. And then we will swing back with a 4/5 to kill. Okay. The end of the round, we will unexhaust. We will increase our threat by 1. We will decrease Ring Bear's life. We'll draw into a Farmer Maggot. Okay, so we've got... No, for some reason I thought we had... Oh, Farmer Maggot was in our mulligan hand. I'm gonna... Let me... Let me... Oh, we can drop a Frodo's Intuition now too, which is really, really nice. We did our threat. Let's pass out some money. So we've got 3 here. We got 1, 1, 1. That 1 is looking pretty nice for a feint. We've got 2 resources here for a Barlin Butterbur. So if each hero you control has a Hobbit trait, damage from undefended attacks can be assigned over there. Let's go ahead and I think Halfling Determination is until the end of the round. So let's go ahead and spend 2 to play a Halfling Determination. So each hero I control gets +2 until the end of the round, and I get to draw for each Hobbit I control. So 4. We got a Sneak Attack 1, Minor 2, another Frodo's Intuition for 3, and a Hemimoth for 4. Now that I have the Sneak Attack, we're fishing for Gandalf. So let's spend 1 to play a Hemimoth. We'll go ahead and use Gleowine to draw a card into a Horn of Gondor. We're going to hang on. We'll use Horn of Gondor next turn. We may make a tactical decision here and switch our Horn of Gondor over to Merry. Because, I mean, we've got Farmer, Halfling Determination, 2 feints, and the Hammer Stroke. But we do have Faramir, which we do want to get out pretty soon. So, yeah, next turn we'll do that. Let's go ahead and check what Hemimoth's got in store for us. Oh, no, we got another Fell Rider. Okay. Well, that's slightly unfortunate. But I think we have ways to deal with it. Alrighty, so this is going to show 2, 3. So if we quest with Sam for 4, we should be fine. Oh, but we are plus a lot. We're plus a lot right now. Actually, before we go into our quest phase, let's think about this smartly, right? So if we go Merry for a Horn of Gondor onto Sam, we get the Fell Rider, we take an attack, and we assign it to Butterbur. Butterbur dies. We get a resource for Sam. I think I kind of like that idea. We have to deal 9. So I don't think we kill him this turn, but we could. So we're going to swing for 4, 5, 6. 7 for Bill. 8, 9. That would take care of the Fell Rider. And we could just feint the Fell Rider and make sure that he doesn't leave. Okay, I like that. So let's go 4, 5. Fell Rider's going to come in. We're showing 3. So we'll place 2. Let's go ahead and travel here. I think it's time for us to try and start traveling. Actually, honestly, it doesn't matter. This is only 1 threat in the staging area. And so if we don't travel, we just need to overquest 1, and we can place all the threat here and then travel once we've built out even more. Like, I don't think there's any reason to travel right now. Okay, yeah, so we just won't travel. Yeah. Okay, Fell Rider's going to come into play. We will use a Merry resource to play a Feint. So the Fell Rider does not attack us this turn. We discard the Shadow, which would have hurt the Ring Bearer. So good call there. We do get to ready Sam and draw a card from Pippin. There's a Fast Hitch. Let's go. Okay. Cool. Nice. Now we'll swing back for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and Build a Pony deals the final blow for 9. So that will kill the Fell Rider. Okay, we'll decrease our health, increase our threat, unexhaust. Draw a card into a Halfling Determination. Pass out money. Oops. Gleowine's going to draw us a card into a Hobbit Sense. What about Horn of Gondor on Frodo? That could be kind of crazy. I never thought about that. If we throw Horn of Gondor on Frodo, then Frodo's intuition gets a lot easier to pay for. Actually, I kind of like that. Let's use Merry to throw Horn of Gondor onto Frodo. Actually, before we do that, let's use Himmelmoth to see what's coming. And Intimors. While the Intimors is the active location, do not deal Nazgul enemies a shadow card during the combat phase. After any amount of progress is placed on Intimors, reduce the Ring Bearer's life by 1. Oh, gross. Ugh, I don't like that. Okay, we'll spend the 1 to place Horn of Gondor over there. We'll spend 1 to play a Fast Hitch onto Pippin. We've got a Miner, which we don't need. And sweet. Okay, so we're going to show 3. We can quest really, really hard here. So let's go 2. Actually, I'm going to use my quest counter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 1. So we're questing for 12. We're showing 3. Yeah, so we're showing 3. So we place 9, which is 1 away from progressing. We cannot progress until we get rid of the last bridge, but this is a good time to travel there now. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We're at 14. Let's go ahead and travel here. Yep. Yeah, we'll travel there. Okay, so we'll reveal the top. So Surge, the first player raises his threat by 3 and passes the first player token to the next player. So we will raise our threat by 3. 1, 2, nope. 1, 2, 3. We're up to 30. And then that surges into the Old Road. Place the top card of the Burden deck on top of the encounter deck to place 4 progress tokens on the Old Road. I think I'm okay with that. We'll progress through that naturally. Okay. So at the end of the round, we will decrease our life, increase our threat. Really hoping to draw into Gandalf's here soon. That would be kind of nice. Draw a card into a Hobbit Cloak. We'll pass out some money. The Hobbit Cloak we're not gonna be playing yet because I'd rather drop a Faramir next turn. Let's go ahead and Gleowine for a card into another Fast Hitch. So that's nice. Let's go Fast Hitch over here on Merry. Himmelmoth is gonna show us what's coming. Oh, it's a Ringwraith. Excellent. Sweet. Ringwraith engages us at 39. It says 35, but we increase the engagement cost by 1 for each Hobbit hero we control with Pippin. And so, actually, you know what? This is probably going to be fine. We'll leave the Ringwraith out there. We can travel to Ford. Travel to the Ford. Next turn, once we progress, we can engage. We can optionally engage the Night King. Use our two actions here. Our 2 money from the tactics to engage the Ringwraith, and then we'll be able to discard them. Yeah. Okay. Actually, first, let's go ahead. Frodo's intuition is going to be a lot better once we progress, since we're sitting only on 1. We're going to show 3, 6, 7, 8. So we need to quest for 13. Need to quest for 13. Which is, I mean, this is 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Frodo's intuition does get us there. So we'll go ahead and do Frodo's intuition now. So we'll spend 2. We'll play a Frodo's intuition. We get to draw 4 cards. Got sneak attack. Give me Gandalf, Longbeard Elder, Steward of Gondor, and a dagger. The Dagger of Westernness is probably not in play right now, just because we want to be saving up for the Hammerstroke. But I need a Gandalf. We're halfway through our deck. We need Gandalfs now. Okay, so let's go ahead and quest here for 5. We'll use our counter, our handy dandy counter. So 5 plus 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that puts us at 14. That was enough, right? So 3, 6, 8, 12, 13 is what we needed, and we have 14. So we're good there. We'll optionally engage the Night King. Or the Witch King. Night King. I'm in Game of Thrones land now. Okay, so if we do this, if we optionally engage the Witch King, we get to draw a card here. We do. Yeah, we do. We do want to do that. Okay. Our threat's at 31, so we're good. Okay. So, just trying to think if there's anything that we need to do before this. I think we're good. Okay, so we're requesting for 14. Pull this out. We'll resolve. This goes into the victory display. This progresses. We got 2A, Race to Rivendell. Black horses leaped down the hill in pursuit, and from the riders came a terrible cry, such as Frodo had heard, filling the woods with horror and East Farthing far away. It was answered, and to the dismay of Frodo and his friends, from the trees and the rocks, away on the left, 4 other riders came flying. 2 rode towards Frodo, 2 galloped madly towards the ford to cut off his escape. When revealed at the ford and the Witch King to the staging area, while at least 1 Nazgul enemy is in play, Race to Rivendell gets plus 15 points, and then at the end of the round, reduce the ring bearer's life by 1. So we add the Witch King and the ford here. We will travel to the ford. in order to travel, we have to reveal the top card of the encounter deck to travel there. We get attached to a Nazgul enemy in play, counts as a mount attachment, and then at the end of the round, it goes back to the staging area. So we'll attach it to the Ring Wraith here. Our engagement is at 31. We will optionally engage the Witch King, which triggers readying Sam and drawing a card from Pippin, which is minor. Come on, give me a Gandalf. We could, okay, so there are two options that we have right now. We could deal or shuffle the top card of the burden deck into the encounter deck to cancel that attack. I think we're going to do that rather than assign it to Barlin, just because there are cards in this deck that will return the attacking enemy to the staging area, and we have Barlin, which next turn, because we have Faramir, will be 2 more quest points. And so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and shuffle the top card into the encounter deck. The encounter deck is also really big right now, and so I'm not too concerned with drawing into it. If we do, it stinks. Also, we'll say that this was the shadow card, because I forgot to do that. Okay. I guess we can technically swing back at him for 2, 3, 7, 8. So that deals 3 damage. There's probably not any reason to do that, but there's not any reason to not do it either. So we'll stand up. Increase our threat, draw into a Hobbit Sense, which does not really help us right now. We'll pass out some money. And okay. So we're showing 3. This will be engaged with us. So we're showing 5. We need to quest for 11. Let's go ahead and spend 4 to drop a Faramir. Let's use Himamoth to check the top card. I'm thinking that's probably the right call. The thing is it's -2 quest points, right? So let's see, if we use Faramir, we got 3 plus 5 is 8, plus 3 is 11, plus 3 is 14. We're showing 5, 11. We probably have enough. Himamoth. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go with Gleowine instead. And we're gonna use Himamoth to quest. So Gleowine draws into a Gandalf. That's what we needed right there. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Okay, let's go 2, 4, 5 to drop Gandalf. Big happy. Big happy there. I figure out if there's anything that we want to be doing with our life. But I needed to reduce Ringbearer's life by 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and in the encounter phase, let's go ahead and spend 2 money here to play the Hammerstroke to engage each enemy in play. We engage someone higher than our threat, so there's another Gandalf. Okay, so we can probably get rid of this Gandalf at the end of the round because we have another Gandalf. But we may not even need to do that. Okay, let's exhaust Faramir and let's use our quest counter because this is gonna be good here. Okay, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't exhaust, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Requesting for 19, showing effectively 11. So I think we should be fine. But just in case, We'll go Bill for 2. Actually, we're just going to use Himmamoth to check. Attached to a Nazgul enemy. We're fine. Okay. That surge. I didn't surge that last time. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. I thought that said peril last time. That says surge. Okay, so I think this came in last turn. When did that come out? Because we attached it when they were both out here. So it was definitely last turn. I think it was when we traveled here. So let's go ahead and... Okay, so this will have attached here, and that goes back to the end. That goes back to the staging area. So that's a little unfortunate, but I think we'll have to figure out how to kill the Witch King. Oh, geez. Okay, well that changes a lot actually. Okay, so Himmamoth is going to show us that we are going to get a Road Like a Gale. Return each Nazgul enemy to the staging area. If no enemies were returned to the staging area, it gains surge. Okay, so we don't want to overquest here. We don't want to overquest there. So that throws a wrench into our plan. So let's unexhaust everything. Let's start our engagement phase over. Take all this back down. Sorry about that. We'll take our Hammerstroke back, and Mary gets our money back. Okay. Okay. So, nope, the Ringwraith would surge. So the Ringwraith is actually up here, and this is going to surge. So we don't quite know what's going to happen. Okay. I think everything's kind of reset now. So we don't want to overquest here, but we do have a Gandalf. So let's go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got Sam, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10. We're showing 3, 8, 10, 13. Let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Himmamoth is exhausted. Galeowine is exhausted. And then we'll optionally engage the Witch King, and then have a undefended attack go against Barlin. We're actually going to spend one of this money to throw the Dagger of Westernness onto Mary. Okay, rewound a little bit, but we got there. We're fine. Okay. So we are questing for 16. This surges into... Search the encounter deck and discard power for a Nazgul enemy, either added to the staging area or put it into play, engaged with the first player. Shuffle the encounter deck. Okay, so we will search in here for a Nazgul enemy. Got a Ringwraith. I'd probably prefer a Fell Rider. And we will... Oh, we'll throw it in the staging area. We'll throw it in the staging area. So we'll go here. It engages us at 34 because we have the hobbits. So we're actually safe there. Okay, yeah, no, that's actually fine. And that's peril, not surge. Okay. So we quest for 16. We are showing 5, 10, 15. Place 1. Okay. We'll go ahead and engage the Witch King. which will draw us a card. I think I already drew a card when I played the hammer stroke, so I'm not going to draw another card here just to try and set everything back straight. We're going to cancel this attack again. We're going to shuffle the top card, and, well, this will be the shadow card. What would it have been? Discard a non-objective attachment. That would have been fine. And we'll shuffle this in there. And this is not a player card, so we are fine to target with him there. We do get to ready Sam, though. Okay. Now, honestly, we can attack for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's a 6. That actually kills the Witch King. So, oh, which is really good because the Black Seed would have put it back into the... yeah, so, okay, well, that worked out well. Okay, so Frodo loses a life. We will unexhaust. And I think we'll probably be fine from here on out. We'll raise our threat by... Do we want to keep Gandalf? I think we do. Yeah, I think we'll raise our threat by 3 to keep Gandalf, so we're up to 35. The Fell Rider we're engaging regardless, but do we have a take no notice? We don't have a take no notice. So hopefully we can draw into a take no notice and still get the benefits of engaging the Fell Rider. If not, then it's fine. Okay. Yep. So let's draw a card into a sneak attack. We'll pass out some money. Also, we have to unexhaust people. Okay. What are we doing with our lives now? I guess we... Okay. So let's go ahead and Himmamoth to check the top. It's going to be a pathless country. So we need to quest for... Well, we're going to pull these. So 5, 7, plus 5 is 12. So we have to quest for 12, which is going to be fine with our deck right now. So let's go ahead and draw a card with Gleowine. It's a Farmer Maggot. I'm surprised that we don't have any take no notices. That's so funny. Crazy. Trying to figure out if there's anything that we can do or anything that we want to do. I don't think there is. I think we're just chilling. So at the start of the encounter phase, we'll go ahead and engage the Fell Rider. It engages at 34. Our threat is at 35, so we don't get to draw a card or anything, but that's fine. We will go ahead and spend 2 to play the Hammer Stroke to engage here. Now we do get to... Hold on. I have this backwards. I'm sorry, this doesn't come yet. And the Fell Rider is actually still up here. Not sure if that would have made any difference. The encounter phase is engaged. Okay, hold on. I need to figure out... I'm having a hard time remembering what the encounter phase is right now. It's late. I'm tired. How does this work? Encounter phase, okay, is the engagement phase. That's what I've been calling it. Okay, so I engaged earlier over with the Fell Rider. I did that once. Let's go ahead and just raise our threat by 2. Just to offset that, just in case. I think we'll be fine. But... Okay. Okay. But now I will do the... Nope, I can't do this yet. Okay. Okay. We're having a good time. We're having a good time. Hey, Cards and Dice, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday evening. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and... Okay, so my entire strategy does not work here. The Hammer Stroke does not work. So we need to actually... Oh, we can pull the Fell Riders this turn and then play Hobbit Sense. Okay. Good thing the deck is flexible enough to handle it, but we have vastly overestimated what we were doing. Okay, we're fine though. We're fine. Well, we'll actually be able to not even need to play Mary, or not even need to play the Hammer Stroke, because this one will engage us automatically. We can engage the Ring Wraith, but the Ring Wraith is going to go back, so we actually have to kill the Ring Wraith. Huh. Okay. Just reevaluating a lot of stuff in this quest. Okay, so we're going to show 5, 10, 12. So let's go. Let's use our quest counter here. So we got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 16. We're showing 12. That would place 4 here, which we would be safe. So let's go ahead and call that a day. We'll show this. Place 5. Oh, wait, place 4. Yeah, because we got 5, 10, 12. So place 4. So we're 1 away. So we're good there. Now, in the encounter phase, we will engage the Fell Rider so we don't have to deal a damage to Frodo. Then we will optionally engage the Ring Wraith, which will trigger Pippin, drawing a card into the Dagger of Westernness. We will deal out those shadow cards. We will spend a resource here to play Feint. We'll feint the Ring Wraith. Would that have returned him? No. Okay. We got a 4 here. We will... We'll take it undefended. Shuffle this card into the encounter deck. It's a Ring Wraith. Hey, Karokai, how's it going? We're going to assign the undefended damage onto Butterbur, which will give Frodo a resource. Okay, so now we're declaring attackers. We have to deal 9 here, so this is 6, 10, so that'll kill. We got 1, we got 4. Okay, we can't kill the Fell Rider. So end of the round, we will decrease our life, increase our threat. Top of the and unexhaust everybody. We will go ahead and discard Gandalf. Yeah, we'll discard Gandalf. We got enough sneak attacks. We got 2 sneak attacks in our hand. So we can have a Gandalf to quest for, and I need to probably lower my threat at this point. Okay. We will increase my threat. We'll draw into a Hobbit Cloak. We will pass out money. Let's use Gleowine to draw a card into another Gandalf. Nice. Himmamoth is going to show us what we're up against. We've got another pathless country. So we've got 2, 5, 7, 9. So we're just gonna go crazy on the quest stuff here. Okay. I have a lot of green resources. Let's see what we can use those for. We got 2 miners. I guess we'll just drop a miner. Might as well, right? No reason to not. Okay. So let's... During the quest phase, we will sneak attack a Gandalf, so committed to the quest. So that's going to be 5 because we're going to exhaust Faramir. So 5. 1, 2, 3. And also when Gandalf enters play, we're going to reduce our threat by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1. Yep. So we're questing for 22. We're going to show here. Now we're showing what? I've counted this too many times. 9, 10. So 12 progress here. And then this gets discarded. Okay. We could travel, but I think we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. So we will go ahead and decrease our life, increase our threat. Gandalf's back to our hand, by the way. Unexhaust everybody. Draw a card into a Horn of Gondor. And we'll pass out money. I don't think we need it. Let's go ahead and see what Himmamoth's got for us. It's a Ring Wraith. That's actually unfortunate, because this gets plus 15 if there's a Nazgul enemy in play. We could use a resource here to shuffle that back in and hopefully draw something else, which we will probably do. Okay, let's go Gleowine to draw a Frodo's Intuition. We'll spend 2 for a Frodo's Intuition to draw 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And now we have basically our entire deck in our hand, so we got a lot of options available to us. This is actually kind of funny. I wonder if we could just quest out. Could we quest out? So we got 3, 5, 10, 12. We need 18, so we need to quest for 30. I think we could probably quest for 30. Let's spend 2 for a miner. Let's spend 2 for a spearman. Let's spend 1 for a snowborn scout. Two for a miner. One for a scout. And we'll throw 2 over here. We'll go ahead and spend 2, 3, 4, 5 to play Gandalf. And we'll draw, there's no reason to draw, so we'll decrease our threat. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think that should get us there. We also have a +2 if we need it. Okay, so we did play a Frodo's Intuition, so let's go ahead and use our quest counter and count this all up. So we got Gandalf for 5, 1 for Snowborn, 1 for Minor, 1 for Snowborn, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 for Bill, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're not gonna be. It's not gonna be enough. Well, that's kind of funny. That's fine. How funny is that? Okay. Well, we've got requesting for 27. I guess we will Halfling Determination to take it to 29. We are 1 short. We are 1 short from just questing out directly. Hey, Lucas, how's it going? Is there anything that we could drop in there? I don't think there is. I think we are literally requesting for 29, which is 1 short of what we need to be. Yeah, so let me count it up one more time. So we got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we place 17. We have 12, and we need 30. So we will bring the Ring Wraith in. We will exhaust the 1 ring. Actually, you know what? We're not going to spend this 1 resource to play the Halfling Determination. So we'll exhaust the 1 ring, spend 1. Shuffle this in. Fine, I wish I knew how to play this game, but Arkham and Marvel consume all of my times and wallet already. That's fair. Yeah, this is a big game. This takes the most time outside of gameplay. Alrighty, what do we get? We got a 2. Okay, we're good. So we quested for way more than enough. But there you go. Okay, so that's the end of the first half of the Fellowship box. We got Frodo there safely. We got him to the we got him over there safely, so we're feeling pretty good, happy with that. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. I love this game. This game's so much fun. What was left in my deck? We had a Butterbur, we had Take No Notice, a Fast Itch, and a Peace and Thought. The Peace and Thought being the 6th card does not help because that draws us 5 cards, so but yeah, the reason I didn't use this is we did have the resources to pay for a Hobbit Sense if we needed to, just to prevent an attack. But it was a little memey there at the end, but here we are. Cool. Alrighty, so that was the stream. We're going to be taking a little bit of a break from Lord of the Rings, about 2 weeks. So I'll be back in towards the end of February, or I guess like halfway through February, picking back up with Lord of the Rings. But next stream is going to be on Friday. We are doing a live ranking of all the Marvel Champions villains, and so that's going to be happening Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So I hope to see you all there. That'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, I think after this, I think we're going to go back into Voice of Isengard. We'll start a new campaign, quote, new campaign after this. I guess, like, what's the resolution? Add each burden card in play in the encounter deck, and add each burden card in play in the encounter deck and in the discard pile to the campaign pool. The added cards have been carried or have been earned by the players. See, that's rough. That's pretty rough. So we'll probably, and honestly, what we may do is when we dive back into this Hobbit box, or the next Hobbit box after our Voice of Isengard run, we may just run through these 3 quests again, and that allows us to set up our campaign and have the full campaign experience through the Fellowship. So that's probably what we'll do. So cool. Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you all so very much for hanging out. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you all on Friday morning to rank some Marvel Champions villains. See you around. Peace.